Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi,
I'm
I'm
so
good. How are
glad.
you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me for this today. I'm excited to chat about your progress and reflect on everything that you've accomplished so far and talk about your journey.
I mean, definitely weight loss goals just because, not moving as much during quarantine. So I definitely wanted to move, which sounds so basic, but it, it was really something I wanted to do. In addition to that, I don't know, I just wanted to feel good. I wanted to feel strong. I wanted to just kind of get on that path.
Where are you now versus that?
Oh my God, like completely other world. But now, like, yeah, I'm like picking up weights and like lifting things and squatting and like pull-ups. And I'm like, I didn't know I could do those things. So that's been fun.
You can.
Just nutrition has been a huge part of this for me. Um, I always knew like, oh, okay, if you eat less and, burn more, like that's a good thing. But what I didn't realize was that I was like unconsciously, like I wasn't like, oh, I'm just not going to eat, but like subconsciously, unconsciously, I was depriving myself of eating. I was not eating enough nutrients like protein and vegetables and things like this. And it was a big wake up call. I was like, wow, I thought I was doing like okay at least. And it was really interesting, like putting those pieces together. I mean, it's really been amazing. I feel good. I'm not like starving. I'm not depriving myself of anything. It's Christmas. I just baked a bunch of sweets and stuff for people. Like, I'm not depriving myself of anything. But at the same time, like, I think I've lost about 10 pounds since this all started. So obviously there's number results that I can see. Um, I think one of my goals, which we didn't say before, but one of my goals was just to like feel better in the sense of like my clothes fit better, like I'm not like squeezing into pants, like things like this, which of course during the pandemic, not moving around. But that's something that I noticed. Like I put on a dress that I hadn't worn in a year, and I was like, oh, last time it was a little tight. Let's see what it looks like now. And it like fit. It is kind of a interesting thing to unlock a lot of these I don't know, unlearning and learning things about fitness and health and everything, where I'm like, oh, I had that backwards. Like, who told me that I believe these things that like, oh, this is a bad food
Get a
and this is a
lot of
good food.
those
And like,
moments.
whew,
I remember when we started with group, we had so many of those moments of like good food versus bad food, and we knocked that out really quickly
yeah,
because I think that was part of what was making you feel like you were doing well when you weren't eating much.
yeah,
Because you're just like, oh, well, I'm eating less, so I'm doing well. And I was like, that's not how it works. Like,
yeah.
you need to fuel your body well, you know?
Hi, okay.
And that changed a lot for you. And it's empowering to be like, I can eat more and benefit from that and get and lose 10 pounds in
By
what,
eating more.
2 months? What was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, 10 pounds in 2 months. Yeah. So not bad.
That's a lot of progress for how sustainably you
Yeah.
did it.
And that's the other part that's been really exciting is that it feels sustainable. It's not so like for 30 days we're gonna do this and like then after, okay, then what? Then I go back to, what I did before, which wasn't working. So yeah, it's been great. It's been really amazing. And because like it doesn't feel like I've done anything like extraordinary to change, a million different things. Like, oh, you can only eat this and don't eat that, and you have to exercise this. Like it's just felt very natural, I guess is the right word.
Yeah, and you've only
Um,
been working out 3 times a week.
yeah, and that's the other thing. Like I know people, and I can fall into this myself, where it's like 3 times a week is like not enough. Like you you got to do more. You have to be doing this every day or every other day or whatever. Like, rest, you're not allowed to rest, like, you need to keep moving. And no,
Nope.
I'm tired. I can like walk into the gym and be like, "Oh, wait, I know what the hell I'm doing. Like, let's go." Whereas like there is kind of this hesitancy when you don't know what you're doing and you don't feel like yourself, and you walk into this place and you're like, "I'm not supposed to be here. This Okay, hang on, let me get out of here." Yeah, I mean, it's not nice, but it's, I'm sure, relatable to
Yeah,
a lot of people.
absolutely.
So, yeah, it's nice to not feel that way anymore. So,
Was there anything that you would say surprised you about online coaching?
the most surprising part for me so far has been the ease of it. So, pleasantly surprised. This online coaching aspect has been really nice because I can do things on my own time. I can, schedule things how I need to. There's still support. It's not like I have to show up at the gym at this time and like, an hour there and an hour back and all this kind of stuff. The ease has really been one of the best parts, like, because it doesn't feel like work. And like, oh, hang on, it's not going to be the same as like going to the gym, having someone spot me. To be honest, I think it's like 1,000 times better. From my own personal experience, like I did many years ago, used to have a trainer at the gym, and it was great, and I enjoyed it, and I did it for like 2 months, and then that was the end of it. But for something like this with online coaching, not only is it a flexible schedule, so to me that's huge. So it's a flexible schedule. You get specific feedback. Um, you get advice. You get support. I mean, there's a lot of positives. I'm trying to think of a negative, to be honest,
Yeah, there
and I
really.
can't really think of one. I mean, I already feel so much better and more confident, and like, yeah, I'm just excited to see what else can happen.